You know, Martin, later today I'm going to be interviewing Shirley MacLaine, and early in her career she used to go on a road show selling refrigerators where she would dance with a dancing refrigerator. You used to do industrial shows in Toronto, right?
Yes. The Spirit of Chrysler 75. Yeah, and the car would come out and there'd be dry ice and you'd be singing, I'd rather be a Fury than a Ford. And come out, yeah. Proud moment.
Yeah.
Oh, the paycheck.
Well, turning to your SCTV time, your time on Saturday Night Live, how often would people come up to you and start acting out skits in front of you, just like on the street? Did that ever happen at all?
Oh, a lot, all the time. The strangest part of that was a couple years ago I did a Broadway show here, The Goodbye Girl. And, you know, at the end of the show, you leave through the stage door, and there are people there, and you're signing some autographs, and people would call out lines, or, you know, from sketches, and the whole ride home I'd be sitting there thinking, what was that from? It would, in the middle of the night, yes! You'd remember.
We have to stop.
Martin, I've always been fascinated with audience etiquette. You go to a play these days and people have cell phones or they're talking during the performance. What kind of interruptions have you encountered while on stage that has thrown you off?
Well, one time I kept, it was actually not, it was Bernadette Peters. We were doing this play together and she kept leaving stage and she'd be changing quickly and I'm staying in the wings and I'm just watching and she kept saying to her dresser, where is she going? Where is she going? I didn't know what she was talking about. She'd come out, she'd do something on stage, she'd come back. Where could she be going? I didn't know what she was talking about. Finally, I make my entrance and there's a woman sitting in the front row in curlers. And I thought, that's true, where could you be? She's wearing curlers to the theater, she's got an important party afterwards. But I find there's a difference between, you know, in Broadway they're more respectful. In LA, you know, the cell phones go off and they'll take the call. You know, hi, oh, Chloe, so we'll meet buddy at the prom. You know, I always feel that in LA when they look at theater they laugh and then they look down on their laps and there's coverage of the play that they read because they're just used to it.
Okay. Well, let's turn to Tim Burton.
I don't blame you.
You know, not I think your average everyday director. When you first started working with him, are you not quite sure how to approach him, or do you guys bond right away?
I threw him a hunk of meat, and he went over and started eating it, and then I went around to makeup. And I'd been told that was the way to deal with him. I found him that, I don't know what this means, but either one of us, we immediately spoke the same language, or stuttered through the same sentence, or something. He's very specific as to what he wants. He has an enormous sense of humor, and he's brilliant.
Now, is there a sense of power for you working on the White House sets? Did you feel somewhat presidential?
No, but I always loved playing sleazy, oily people, because I think they're the funniest. The people who take themselves very seriously and dress in really expensive suits. And, you know, or the modern day actor, the leading actor, they all whisper. They all talk like that. I just find that hysterical, you know. So anytime you get to play that kind of guy, it's great.
You know, the film has a huge cast. I know you couldn't work with everyone. I've been idolizing Tom Jones since I was a kid. Did you feel cheated that you didn't do any scenes with him at all?
Yeah, well, I mean, it would have been great just to find out what was in those pants. But I would say that, yeah,